heart of battle. King of Iron Fist Tournament.
You get TV versus Corner.
Welcome to the stage of history retold.
Hey guys, this is Boogalore here, and I'm back again with another video. And today we're going to talk about SNK once again. Before I dive right into it, I did mention in the video a while ago, which do you prefer, Capcom or SNK? I'll leave a card at the top of this video just in case you want to go check it out and leave your opinion and what company that you prefer, or if you prefer both of them, that's even fine. I definitely want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below, but go check out that video. But we're going to carry on with this topic. Now, while I'm talking about this, SNK have released or put out some new information, screenshots, and detail of an upcoming SNK Arcade Stick Mini. It's pretty much another mini console. It seems like these companies are definitely cashing in on these arcade minis, or these game console minis. It's very profitable. It brings back the nostalgia factor and everything, and it's no different with SNK. They have done one before. They've done a pocket arcade mini where you was able to play some of the classic SNK arcade games, and it came in the form of a small arcade console. Now, I haven't bought one, I haven't invested in one, I haven't even looked at any reviews on them to find out if they're any good or not as far as the emulation is concerned, but it looks like that they're back at it again, because if you remember, Capcom had also made their mini. I don't even think they released yet. They have their mini arcade where they have some of their arcade classics as well. I also have done a video on that, and matter of fact, I'll even post a card up on that if you want to go check that out yourself, and maybe you may be interested in that. But it seemed like they're following that same trail as far as that's concerned, because they're going to have their own arcade stick, and it's going to have 20 fighting games installed in on it. So I think this is pretty much those who are hardcore SNK fans and retro game collectors who may enjoy things like this. And it comes with two modes. You have your pretty much your console mode, and then you also, where you plug into your TV, you also can take your two Neo Geo controller gamepad controllers, and you can plug it into the arcade stick, and then have the arcade stick plug into the TV, which allows you to use that controller. And not only that, the other mode is you have your joystick mode. The joystick mode can pretty much plug into the other Neo Geo arcade mini that they had released a little while ago. So if you want to use that arcade stick to be able to play those games, I think that's pretty good to have those options. Like I always say, options is always a good thing. There's nothing wrong with options and everything, but it looks like that that SNK is really coming out hard now. It seems like now they're trying to really push themselves out there as a more of a mainstream recognizable brand outside of their fan base and outside the FGC and those who are into fighting games in general. And I'm really liking what SNK is doing. It's like they're taking themselves very seriously, because Capcom has always, to me it seems like SNK has always been in the shadows of Capcom in the mainstream. I'm not talking about those who know who SNK is and enjoy those games and are fans of those games, but I'm talking about in the mainstream. It seems like Capcom has always been that company in the forefront, while a lot of people is not too familiar with SNK. But it seems like SNK with the whole Neo Geo product, especially since the Neo Geo was a product back in the day that was very expensive. A lot of people couldn't afford it back then. Like I said in my previous video, my father, we own almost a lot of the retro consoles, but it was the Neo Geo that we pretty much didn't really pick up on. One was the pricing, and the games themselves, because it was like pretty much an arcade machine brought to your home, which made it a very expensive system. So it really wasn't worth the investment to my father, he thought, and he only stuck with the Super Nintendo TurboGrafx and the Sega Genesis and everything like that. But it seems like they really want to push that Neo Geo brand out there, and I think that's pretty cool, because like I said, if you're a fan of these mini consoles, or you just love the whole nostalgia trip, I think this is a perfect buy. And this is another way, especially you can make a good Christmas gift for your kids or loved ones, that you can pretty much buy for them, and that you can get them into the history of SNK with their Neo Geo product and everything. So I think that's really cool, really good. And the fact is that you have the option to use the arcade stick, or you can use the Neo Geo controllers to play. I think just having those options right there completes the whole entire package. Now, as far as information concerned, as far as the pricing and the date, they still haven't released anything as far as the pricing or the date just yet. And another thing that has me curious too, because I like the color, and the color looks cool, but I would prefer black, because at least like black doesn't, doesn't get as smudgy and dirty. I can see that the white, with the white color, kind of fade, has like a fade color, and it gets really dingy really fast, so you really have to keep constantly cleaning it. But I wonder, even with that arcade stick, can you actually use the stick, as an actual controller? Because I think that's pretty cool as well. I think that'd be a nice buy and everything. Now, as far as the buttons are concerned, I'm not sure if these stock parts or if they're going to be Sanwa buttons or anything like that, and I'm not sure if it's going to be an octagon gate or a square gate as far as the joystick is concerned. So that part I really don't know. They haven't really gave or specify any further details in that department, but I would really like to get my hands on that arcade stick, because it's like something I would love to have, and I would even want to use and stuff, because I just like the overall shape and design compared to what Capcom had did with their, I don't know why they made the arcade shape as the shape as the Capcom logo for some reason. I just think that was a poor choice design and stuff like that. And then the fact is that it has 2 joysticks and buttons and stuff like that. I don't know. I think that's very uncomfortable, but it seemed like SNK really does have a good idea running with this. And if they're able to make another one as far as this joystick is concerned, so to me, I think it's a safe bet that I guess that the arcade minis that they released a little while ago was pretty successful for them, wanting to continue to go on down this road with another mini that you can be able to plug into your TV and the arcade mini arcades as well. So it doesn't feel like your arcade mini is like outdated or everything is pretty much part of the same ecosystem. So I just think that's pretty cool. So I would definitely want to hear your thoughts on this whole Neo Geo Mini made by SNK. Is there something that you really want to look forward to playing? They haven't really gave any ideas of what games that they're going to pack in it besides just Fatal Fury and of course Samurai Showdown and maybe King of Fighters. But what other fighting game titles or titles that you would like to see included in this arcade stick mini? And if you were to select what color that you would like the arcade stick to be, what color would you choose? And I definitely want to know, do you own the arcade mini that the SNK had released a little while ago? And if you did, tell me, how's the product? Is it a pretty good product? I definitely want to hear your thoughts on that as well. So don't forget to subscribe, and if you want to hear anything more related to SNK, make sure you hit the bell to be notified. This is Mugen Lord signing off. See you Game Fiends later. Peace out. It looks like you reached the end of the video. Well, while you're at it, check out some of my other discussion videos by clicking on the annotations below, and don't forget to follow me on other social media platforms to stay up to date with future content. Signing off.